Secretary Mnuchin, days ago you participated in separate bilateral meetings with the Ministers of Foreign Affairs and the Ministers of Water Resources of Egypt and Sudan. You have been part of the debate surrounding the agreement on the filling and operation of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam based on provisions proposed by the legal and technical teams of Egypt, Ethiopia, and Sudan, and with the technical input of the World Bank. It's my understanding that the administration contends that we have a balanced approach on this issue, taking into account the interest of the three countries at the core of the conversation. However, there has been some discrepancy in reporting on the administration's announcement. Specifically, Ethiopia's foreign ministry stated that Ethiopia does not accept the characterization that the negotiation on the guidelines and rules on the first filling and annual operation of the GERD is completed. You know, Mr. Secretary, this is sensitive conversation and a critical negotiation that can impact the overall safety and security of the region. So my question is, what are you and the administration doing to counter the narrative that not all parties are happy in this agreement and to ensure that all parties are heard in the critical GERD debate?
Well, thank you. I'm actually glad you brought that up. I've spent a lot of time on this over the last 4 months, and I think it's a very important issue to the entire region. The dam can be a very important resource to the region, creating electricity for many people that don't have electricity. But it is obviously also a grave concern. There's safety concerns here. There's water concerns.
My primary question is, what are you doing to ensure that all parties feel that they are heard and that the United States is not imposing more so than having a balanced role?
Again, I'm sorry. I was just giving you a little bit of background.
I'm fully apprised of the project.
For 8 years, they've been arguing about this and made no progress. We made
So what are we doing, I'm sorry, sir, to make sure that people feel that this is a balanced approach?
We've had over 10 meetings of all three teams here. Again, we've been trying to bring the parties together. They've made enormous progress. We were incredibly disappointed that Ethiopia didn't show up at for the last meeting. And where we are now is Sudan and Egypt have said, which we agree with, that Ethiopia should not fill the dam until there's an agreement. And that's a safety issue for 700,000.
Reclaiming my time. I'm happy to follow up with you later. I think that if you balance this approach, then maybe Ethiopia can come back to the table.